Goody. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. There we go. That's better. I'm comfortable now.
You feel a bit lost for a minute there.
I was very lost. Professionalism, as always. What a cracking start. Hello, everybody. It's Monday night. It's the Plastic Crack Podcast, Season 6, Episode 25. And ignore my lies in the description. It's not just me and Dom. We've got a surprise visitor.
Yeah,
Ken's here.
Look who the cat brought home. Blimey, look at him.
Hello.
Jesus.
I know, I'm alive.
Yes, so Ken will be joining us tonight on this. So, like I said in the description, there's no topic tonight. It's just a chill, paint and chat. See what direction the chat guides us in, and we're going to discuss. Yeah, it's always dangerous. Discuss a whole sundry and myriad of different topics tonight. And we'll have hobby updates. We've got some viewers' photographs. I think Dom's got some. Have you got some news, Dom? Or
I've got some news. Yeah, there's.
Oh, right, at least.
Yeah.
At least one of us was prepared anyway.
Because
I certainly wasn't. How is everybody?
You set the stream up, mate. Come on.
I set it up. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Set it up
there you go.
On my break. How is everybody? What's the weather like?
Wet.
Beautiful here. It's absolutely beautiful. We had a torrential rain a bit earlier, and then it's absolutely gorgeous. So I can't say anything. I don't know what's happened to this storm. It's all up north, isn't it?
Well, it was this morning. Like I said, the wind here was horrific. And now it's a gloriously sunny Monday evening.
Absolutely.
I know. It's
can't
very
moan at that, can you?
No. What a way to spend a Monday in the sun.
I was going to say, taking great advantage of the great northern weather. Talking about toy soldiers.
It did look a bit ooky in places. What I loved was there was on the news. I don't know if you saw it today. There was all these weather correspondents coming in from. They send them to like Quayside in Scotland, somewhere in the north of Scotland, and these poor buggers are trying to stand up as they're getting blown to smithereens by the high winds. It's like, and then they're telling you, don't go anywhere. And I think, yeah, you're a great one to talk. You're sitting there or standing there on a quayside, getting blown apart.
You're taking 60-mile-an-hour winds in the face. But don't go outside. It's bad for your health.
Oh, bad.
Bad for your health. Good stuff. Ken, how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay, mate. Thank you. Yeah, not too bad at all, actually. It's been an interesting few weeks, but yeah, no, I am good. Not actually done a huge amount of hobby, but it's more of an organisational thing for me.
Well, Trevor said the Messiah is back. There we go, Ken.
Thanks for that. That's a new Messiah.
What's the opposite of the Messiah? Like
nothing.
I don't know. Let's see who's joined us. Before we do that, let's get all the stuff out of the way. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Links to channels down below. Big thanks for watching on the catch up. And don't forget, we're sponsored by the kind chaps at Boards and Swords Hobbies. Use the code PCP5 when you're checking out on the web store for an additional 5% off your already discounted order. Can't find what you're looking for or need some help, contact Ian and the chaps, and they'll be able to help you out directly. Right, is it all the stuff out of the way? Yeah.
Thanks to everyone watching or listening on Spotify.
Oh, we're doing that again.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm still doing that. But also, Gavin was on earlier.
Right.
In the chat, and he said, "Good evening from Lincolnshire. Always listen on Spotify in my lorry, but wanted to mention for my 15mm skeleton spearman currently on the painting desk. Love the show." Thank you, Gavin. Thank you for everybody watching or listens on Spotify.
Listens, yeah,
really good.
Is there any way? I know this is the MI nerd in me coming out now. Have we got any way to check data and metrics with the Spotify stuff?
Well, I can look at the screen grabs. How about that? I can tell you that. Yeah, it's not that scientific, Steve. Honestly, it just tells me how many times it's been downloaded and how many plays they've had.
I want graph.
300 of both, so we get 150 downloads and 150 Spotify plays. I presume they're separate, but nice, reasonable.
Well, thanks everyone.
Yeah,
we truly are technologically
Mm.
I'm not going to follow it.
There we go.
Completely wrong.
Sorry, I interrupted your weather forecast. You get on with your weather forecast.
Benjamin's here. Hello, Benjamin. Are we there yet? Yeah, yes, we are. Oh God! So Traj has got a spinal injury.
Oh, nasty.
That doesn't sound great. Hope you're feeling better, Traj. You're watching it on catch up. Yeah, don't just go and take it completely easy. You don't need to listen to us when you got a bad back.
Or maybe the Messiah could say a few words and improve his back. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I could. I'll put you in my prayers this evening. There you go.
Just a disclaimer in case you don't get better, and it might get worse. The PCP.
PCP's got nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with this. We'll have to go and consult HR just to make sure we're covered.
Good clarification, Steve. Well done.
Yes, good stuff. Nick Dawson's here. He's working on some more Victrix Greek tonight.
Nice.
David, wet and windy Gloucestershire tonight, painting 15mm Samurai. East Norfolk's Carl Burks is painting giant rats. Oh, Nick, a pot of Agrax Earthshade all over my hobby table before the show even starts. Oh,
ouch!
Oh, a moment of silence, please, for Nick's Agrax Earthshade. It's never a good way to go out. That really is it with Agrax Earthshade. I'd rather it dry out. It's better to dry out. It's better to dry out than run away. Deary me. Old School FRP, Red Steph, Lionheart. An evening of banter and talking crap, my absolute favourite shows. That should be our tagline, really, shouldn't it?
I think we should have that as a selling point.
Good. To be fair, that is actually quite
banter and talking,
good, isn't it?
Crap. Hippies hobby hours. Finally back in the right time zone to catch an episode live, starting New Army tonight. 24 Napoleonic British line troops. I have suddenly developed a chest pain.
How many drummers in there, Hippo?
Stop it. Philip Redmond working on some Frostgrave Demons and some banners. Series of war game from sunny Ontario. He's basing a Warwick command stand for his slowly growing Yorkist forces. Martin would be proud. Martin's actually on holiday, that's why he's not here. So we should have mentioned that. I did mention last week he wasn't going to be here. Bitsy is working on a Night Goblin army. Oh, you got one of those, haven't you, Ken? You got Night Goblins, haven't you?
I've got a lot of Night Goblins. I do love a Night Goblin.
Did they survive the cull?
They've survived the cull.
Blimey. What 1% of what did?
Yeah, the great cull of 25. We're going to that later. We can find out what's actually gone, and you guys can have your jaws drop down.
I'm looking forward to this. Paul's paint shed all over Mercia, where the gods have blessed us with 4 seasons in one. Yeah, it's been the same here, Paul. A bit of everything. But he's working. He's painting his first Doom company for 1490 Doom tonight. Brilliant. Paul, did the cathedral show up? Let me know.
10.
Yeah. Lazy Pirate Painting. Greg Priego, hello Anthony. John Selby. Twinned with the surface of twinned with the surface of the sun, apparently. And John's also working on 1490 Doom as well. Excellent stuff. Pat Neal, Mobile and Hostel.
Right, what's 1490 Doom, just before we go, because I've been out of the loop. It sounds quite cool.
1490 Doom is a very grim, dark game set in 1490. You have high scenery. Each side has 3 figures. Each Doom company is 3 figures. And the aim is to get into all these castles, steal some loot, and wipe out the other warband. But it's really dark, and it's played on a 2-foot circle. So the board circle, and the scenery's high.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
It's like the players, by the sound of it.
It's great.
It doesn't sound like a bit of you, Dom. Let's put it that way.
I'm debating my armies at the moment, Ken. What can I say? I'm just thinking it through what I'm going to play.
Well, no. 1490 Doom is definitely on the. That's not really, is it? Andrew Oates, Dave Bentham, Rich John, Neil Olam, Steve Harbour. A soggy day. Things are starting to clear up. preparing something different. 6mm World War I BEF. That's niche.
That is different.
That's very, very different.
Wow.
Daston Pinata working on some Merleton Grenadier Magic users in 25mm. Great fun.
Oh, nice.
Certainly
Classic
sounds
25mm. Very nice.
Yes. Rob Kendrew, Wargamer of Kent, Shigers and Sprues, Nathan McGowan, Joseph Kanovitz, Rockland Mall, Friends General Hagel. Andy, hope you're doing well, mate, from a warm and windy and wet Worcester. There we go. All the W's. Mortzuk, hey, right, everyone can calm down. The real Stee is here.
Oh, thank God for that.
We settle down. The real Stee is
real
here.
Steve's here. Good.
Shigers and Sprues, hello, James. Simon Templar, Double Dip.
Every time that gets
every single time, every time.
Every
yes,
time.
so Ken is here. Ken. Samuel D is here. Ben Lowry, Campbell Johnny, Louis Baby, Tim Ranger. Hey, finally made it for a live show. Great stuff.
Well done, Tim.
Always like it. Really, really like it. Mini Pots listening while I'm in the office.
Good man.
Seventh Son.
Who's he?
Has he got permission? Did he get a leave slip to BOI?
I don't think he's allowed. No. Ban him now.
Drop in to make sure I remembered how to hit start. You almost got to hear Dom swearing before I hit start. So there we go.
That was funny.
Off to the pub at the top of the hill, maybe rolling back to the cottage later. Have fun all.
Have fun times.
That should be interesting. Paul Hicks, hello Paul, you're doing well, mate. And there we go. We are at the bottom. So big thank you to everyone that's joining us tonight for this bit of a chill night, just questions. And so get your questions in. We'll star them and we'll get to them later. We've also got some from the Facebook group that we'll go over as well. So right on to Ken. Ken, what's left? What have you been doing? What's gone? What's been?
You literally can't wait, can you?
I can't wait. I need to see this.
Right. So obviously, you guys know that. Well, I'll just explain the whole situation. So I'm having quite a tidy down / clear down of miniatures, rules, and all this sort of jazz. Just because I don't have the time to play 30 sets of rules. I don't even have the time to play one set of rules, let alone 30. So if I don't need the minis for said set of rules, then bye bye minis. So I've got rid of. Do you know those 15mm Napoleonics, Dom, that I had painted that I bought for 40 quid, sold them for 220. Booyah! Yeah, got a nice profit.
Of course you did, mate.
Got a nice profit on them. So they went. I've sold all of my bolt action apart from 2 armies, which is the US Airborne and the German Wehrmacht. So
hang on a minute. The last game I had with you of bolt action, you played those American Airbornes, and you had such a bad time. You said, "I'm selling these," so you sold everything but them.
I didn't sell them. The only reason I didn't sell them is I had them some of them commission painted, so I was like, I'm not selling them. But I sold my British, I sold my Africa Corps DAC, sold my SS, sold my British, Airborne, my American Army, my Italians. What else? I'm sure there's another 2 or 3 in there.
Cleared out.
There was a load.
But
I sold all my bolt action books are gone, all of them. Rule book, the theatre books, the army books, they're all gone because I'm not playing bolt action anymore. World War II wise, it would be Battle Group is the only one that I'd be probably happy to play. Chain of Command's gone. Victory at Sea's gone.
Blimey.
You get rid of all the ships as well.
No, I haven't, because I was going to talk to you about that. See if you wanted them. Warhammer Epic's gone. That's gone. What else is gone? Napoleonics are gone in the loft, the 28mm ones, because I was very close to selling them.
I was going to say, haven't you got a buyer for them?
I did. I was very close to selling them, but
you'd regret it.
Yeah, I know. Dom kind of twisted my arm But yeah, all my for Warhammer Fantasy 8th edition's gone. All my anything but 8th edition 40k's gone. Yeah, that's literally my minis. It's there, and I don't have a pile of shame apart from some Lord of the Rings stuff.
So, more appropriately, what have you got left?
That's a very good question. Not a lot. No, I've got no, to be fair, I've got Napoleonics wise, obviously I'm gonna still play Napoleonics, so my Black Powder's gone as well, Hell Caesar's gone, Pike and Shot's gone, rulebook wise. Epic ACW has not gone, it's here. Don't panic. That's don't panic, Rest F.
I don't think he is Lionheart. No pile of shame and selling miniatures. Is Ken a real wargamer? No,
not anymore. I don't feel like I am.
No.
I did actually buy something. I bought a so for Blood Red Skies because I really want to play that badly. I got one of the mats that actually like to scale, the proper scale size one.
Oh right,
yeah. It was second out. It was on Facebook for like 20 quid. I was like, oh yeah, I'll have that. I was like, happy days. So yeah, the stuff that I've got left, I got my dwarfs, all my epic like Hannibal stuff and all that is still here. I've got loads of 40k stuff, like different armies for that, but it's not 40k. I'm going to be playing with it. It'll be bolter action. Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, the Lord of the Rings stuff and VK's nice Norman army. I couldn't get rid of that. That's too nice. But the rulebook wise, yeah, like I say, Black Powder's all gone. It's just all the supplements are gone. Yeah, I think I sold last time I looked 106 different rulebooks. Yeah, 106 rulebooks. Yeah, let me just double check. Yeah, 106 rulebooks I've sold. It's crazy. I didn't.
You probably sold the kid.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't sell pickles. Not a chance. She's not very well at the minute, bless her. Yeah, I know. You get that thing as a dad. I'll get onto that in a sec. But yeah, I've stripped right down. It's just the only thing. The other set of rules that I've kept that I haven't played yet is Necromunda because I really want to play it. But yeah, everything else is gone. Blood Bowl's still here because the pitch is just
good stuff.
That's still there. There's the pitch. Yeah, so I still want to play it. Basically it's fast games that I've kept. Games that I can play quick. So yeah, or do a long campaign sort of thing. But yeah, I had a massive. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a massive clear out. Huge. I would say.
Sounds like it. Bloody hell.
Yeah, like I say, I've made a lot of money on it. Let's put it that way. Rule books alone, maybe £500-600. It's ridiculous. Just on rule books. You don't even realise this is what scary shit is, Dom. You don't realise like how many you've got, and you look.
I do. They're all down here. I can see them.
I know. I look at them all, and I'm like, I'm never going to play that. Never going to play that. Never going to put it up.
I do periodically clear out my rules because I do, like you say, there are some that I just think, never going to get around to playing that. No interest in that at all. I keep some of the classics for just old time's sake, but yeah, some of the others is not worth it. Really.
No, it's like stuff I've not touched in years. I'm like, why have I still got that? It just doesn't make any. It just doesn't.
I'm with you on that one, John. Words I don't want to hear. Ken saying I've stripped right down.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with me stripping right down. I'm a proud man. But yeah, no, it's just been a clear out, and it's been nice actually because it's allowed me to organise and there is a game system that has made it. There is a game system that's come back that I said it would never come back.
Oh crikey!
Yeah, that's the Windy Boat game. The Windy Boat game has returned.
Wow!
And it's come back with a vengeance thanks to Patrick O'Brien. Bastard.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
I'm on book 7. No, book 8 now. Book 8. No. Was it 9 or 8? No, 8. I'm on book 8. So the Aubrey books, it's just taken. It's got me. And the thing is, I've got the pens as well, so I'm just going to paint them with the pens.
Is it? Oh, sorry, wrong one. Here's a good question from Robin. Ken, sensible question. Do you feel under less pressure to get stuff done with less on the go?
100%. 100%. 100%.
So actually, your pile of shame and your pile of games has sort of almost crushed you, and now you feel a bit more relaxed about it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's just
good, mate. Good on you.
Yeah, it's good. But it was hard clearing it out. Don't get me wrong. It's painful. It's I had to detach myself because I was thinking to myself, it's like I was even when I was like gonna sell them, I was like, I had some rule books in my hand. I was like, oh, I do love the artwork in here, and I do like this, and it's like, Ken, you haven't looked at it in like 2-3 years. It's been sat in the loft. What are you doing? Just get rid of it. It's like you don't need it. So yeah, it's gone. So it's been a massive clear out. And yeah, it's made a huge amount of room for stuff. Don't tell my wife that. Jesus, half the loft space clear. So yeah, happy days. That's me for an update.
We can see you've still got a can of Colourforge paint though, because it's right in front of the camera there, mate. Just saying.
Oh yeah, Colourforge.
So
that's awesome.
Dom,
we have a vote in the chat how soon before Ken rebuys half of this stuff. I'm gonna put it out there.
So Dom, we're looking forward to your. Are you going to be undertaking anything similar, or?
Well, I might just take on more. How about that? There's got to be yin and yang, hasn't there? Ken's getting rid of. I'm taking.
Yeah, he might be taking my ship. So.
Not the prices you charge, mate. No chance.
So Dom, what have you been? If you've not been selling figures or giving figures away, I take it you've been painting.
Oh yeah, I've been painting. Yeah, I've been back on the wagon again for painting. So yeah, it's been good. Yeah, I've done a fair amount actually. Let me just find the pictures. Here we go. So I finished off another pipe block. Well, this one was almost finished before I went away, so I just got it finished up. So it's sort of French Italian Wars jobby.
Oh, nice.
Just using the blessed Perry plastics with a angry priest in the middle there.
I was going to say that guy in the middle looks very angry.
There's a rule in the New Warlord supplement called Bad War, where basically you get a re-roll for every attack in every combat if they hate each other, and I reckon that's sort of to symbolise that, because he just hates everybody, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's when Landsknecht fought Landsknecht, it was called the Bad War.
Yeah,
and it was very brutal.
Yeah, I know, Bitty, it isn't a pipe block for some people, but yeah, it'll do for me. It's got pikes and there's a block, so there you go. It is a pipe block by definition. Yes, that was fun. So it was good to finish that one off. What else I did? And while I was away, I put together these mounted arquebusiers. So
nice.
Painted them up. Yeah, that's the fun thing with Italian Wars. You can just go a bit crazy with the colours. So these are they are Perry light cavalry with the arms from the mercenary box set for the arquebuses.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then sort of as many heads that sort of had plumes. I did find a company that does separate plumes, because apparently you need lots of plumes and things on Italian Wars figures. So I bought some to keep them on. So that was kind of fun. So that was good. Enjoyed doing that. So, I realised I've got loads of infantry and I need cavalry next. So I'm sort of having to work my way through lots of cavalry, which is it's all right, but I'm not my favourite. And like everyone else, I don't enjoy cavalry as much as I do doing infantry.
I despise painting cavalry. Yeah. Absolutely. I hate it. Hate it.
Hate it.
Then I have a couple of... He likes the yellow.
Thank you very much. It's I think it's scale 75 yellow, actually.
And it's very vivid.
Very vivid, very bright. Although I think probably the camera helps with that. But this is one of the command groups. So I picked up, Warlord did all the Italian Wars figures. And there were some comments about the standard of them, shall we say, because they were rubbish. And I picked up a couple of them, but this one was the Metal Commander, and he's actually pretty good. I think it was called the Mercenary Commander, something like that. So I got him. I was quite pleased with it, although the horse looks like he's a bit anorexic when you look at him properly. And I put a doggy from the Conquistador box set, and the dude at the back I was quite pleased with, because that's the arms from War Games Atlantic Conquistador Cavalry.
Right, cool.
Figure, and then a Peri-Metal Italian Wars head on it. So I mean, it's not quite in your realms of kit bashing, Steve, but
no, a kit bash is a kit bash as long as it works. It's the main thing. Yeah. And you wouldn't have thought that was a kit bash, which is always a good sign.
Yeah, it works really well. The scaling of the two War Games Atlantic and Perry's are fantastic, so that works well.
And then, sorry, go back, Dom. So the chap with the flag, that's Perry's plastic, isn't it?
That's a Perry plastic with. They do separate heads that you can buy from the Italian Wars or Swiss. They're metal, so that's one of their heads on top, just to sort of give it a bit point of difference.
Yeah, I've used quite a few of those plastic Perrys, the armored ones, with my Landsknechts as officers. Just gives a bit of variety to them.
Exactly.
And it's easy to paint.
It's bloody easy to paint. It's probably a bit early for the wars. What the hell? I don't care. He's got standard, so yeah. So that was that, and then one of the aforementioned khaki commanders is the one on the left there, which actually I thought was the least offensive of them. But when he arrived, he looks like some sort of Michelin man on a horse. It's just disgraceful, really. I don't know what they've done with their figures. So, I'm not even sure I'll use this command base, and I may just scrap it. But the one on the right is actually one of the recycled figures I did from my medieval collection. I just recycled him and upgraded him a little bit. And the guy at the back, again, is another Perry with a Perry metal head on. So, it'll do. It'll be a reserve commander, because those new ones, I don't know what they're doing over there at the moment with their.
Do you get the impression they have been bought?
I do. Yeah, it's the only thing I can think of, because they must have either got. I mean, Mr. Hicks is obviously a sculptor of some renown, but I can't believe they've gone from very high quality. I mean, whatever you think about Wallers, some of their sculpts have always been pretty reasonable. And then just suddenly they just seem to have dropped. We'll get onto it in the news, but if you've seen the new Russians, I mean, they look like bloody apes. Some of them are like, they're all upper bodies. You know, it's like, I don't know what they've done. They must have got some new designers in. Maybe I don't know. I'm not going to speculate what they've got up to in terms of paying wages, but maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But, very, very odd. Very odd indeed. Isn't it helped actually? Some of the paint jobs as well they're showing off are not that brilliant either. So
yeah, those gendarmes, they were
awful.
They were interesting.
God awful. She's quite relieved that they didn't actually send me any. So I don't know what I would have done with them, to be honest. I would have sent them back. And then I did some more of the sort of samurai type.
Oh, nice.
These are a real mixture. They're, again, a bit like the other ones I showed the other week, a bit cartoony. They're some Dixons and Eurekas and various other things, but I've just done them as a sort of ragtag unit of warrior monks and sort of peasanty class figures that I can use, but just as a bit of variety, really. So kind of fun, although getting them to stand up, because most of them didn't have bases and they're all short and all that kind of stuff, was a bloody nightmare. But anyway, bit of a laugh, bit of difference, and that was what I got up to. So what about you, Steve? What you had?
I'm going to say, seriously, war games has given me a great idea. Doomsknechts. That might have to happen. That's a great idea. That's definitely something I'm looking into.
Speculation about the design being AI. Mr. Hicks says they're too agricultural for AI. Yeah, that's the ones. Ikis. That's the ones, Steph. That's the ones. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be. There you go.
I like agricultural is such a I've done a few things. I've basically spent the last couple of days on sort of Thursday, Friday, just finishing off a few things. I finished off the last Burrows and Badgers figure in the stash.
Ooh.
So I finished
next.
this.
Oh, I like him.
He's a pirate shrew. Lovely little figure. That was painted. I just sat down in one session and painted that from start to finish, just in one go. Just lovely figures. If you've not painted Burrows and Badgers figures, do it. Oh, thank you. Treat yourself.
Get one or two. They'll arrive the next day, and you can paint them. And they're just the perfect.
They're lovely.
Kind of palette cleanser, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're just really nice.
Yeah.
So then I also finished off some years ago. I bought some Escher Necromunda gangers, a box of them. At the time, I thought they were really fiddly. Some of them they come with separate faces, Dom. Separate faces.
Separate faces.
Separate faces.
Oh.
I know it's mad, crazy fool chat. But I've said to myself, I'm gonna build and paint 4, so I can at least use them for Space Weirdos.
4 faces or 4 figures?
No, 4 figures. So I'm gonna use them for Space Weirdos. He's a shrewd.
He's shrewd.
He's here all night, folks. He's here all night. So this one's been on my desk, and I finally finished it on Friday. So there we go. That's the third one.
Oh my goodness!
Nice pink hair. With Ashley, you can do so. This is the 3. I painted the other 2 about 3 years ago, but that's them so far.
Wow,
cool.
Wow.
And
I don't know what I'm saying, but wow.
I've really enjoyed painting them. Just such. Again, you can bust out the bright colours and the mad haircuts, and so I've got one more to do. She's got a shotgun. I don't know what colour to paint her hair, but no. When I first built and painted them, I thought they were way too fiddly. But I did one the other week, and it again went together so easily, and I've really enjoyed painting them. So something a bit different, and then back to Nurgle, back to a bit of rot. So I've been painting that Maggot King of Nurgle spearhead box. I've been working on these things called the Putrid Blight Kings. It's Unit 5, and I complete the Dom. I'm losing you there, Dom. So there's a Unit 5. I wanted to finish them all this weekend. So on Friday, I finished this chap.
Oh, nice.
He was really simple to paint. It's just basically armor and some metallics. Dead easy. And on Saturday, this is the one I've been looking forward to painting for ages. Look at that guy.
What?
Yeah, cool.
He's a musician, apparently.
He certainly is.
Well, that's one way of putting it. Yeah.
Just don't ask him to play Stairway. So that means that all 5 are finished, and there's the completed unit.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I've got no idea what I'm going to use them for, but they have been. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Just something different. Thanks, Rob. Something really different, and the Games Workshop figures, they go together so well. I've got 2 things to finish the box. I've got it's called something Scrivener. It's a weird thing. It's
like those aren't they?
And he's got his mouth. His mouth is this big like worm over his shoulder, and he's got a scroll and a quill. And I've got another fly to do, but that last one, I spent a week painting that fly. I don't know if I've got the strength to do another one at the moment. But as I mentioned in the Facebook group before, I am now rather unexpectedly back on 2nd edition 40k. Having watched some videos yesterday.
Oh my goodness!
And my plan is to. I had Space Marines, but I used them last year to build an army for Grimdark Future. So 1-page rules. But I've just had this yearning for 2nd edition 40k because I've got most of the original stuff in the box that I've got. So I'm going to use that. But my plan is to spend as little money as possible I'm just going to use stuff that I can find and forage through bits boxes. So the only money I spent so far, bought some new bases because I want them on bigger bases. But I bought 2 out of production scouts off eBay this morning. To complete, because I lost. They came in a box of 5. I lost 2 of them years ago. So that's to complete. They cost me. That was another £14. I know £14 for 2 metal figures. Must be insane. But they're from 1997 and they're out of production, and I need them. So hopefully they'll be arriving in the next couple of days. And then going to need to buy a couple of sort of characters, like a captain and an apothecary and a chaplain, and that's going to be it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm slowly getting my mate in to try and dig out his Death Guard army so we can play some 2nd edition 40k.
But so basically, you've had a relapse, haven't you?
Yeah. I initially I was gonna start from scratch and paint all the bases goblin green and how they would usually paint.
Go real retro.
But then I looked at the cost of out of production 40k miniatures on eBay, and I almost soiled myself with the prices that some people. I wouldn't mind the prices, but it's the condition they're in. Yeah. It looks like they've been painted in the dark, with like 1 foot tied behind their back. Some of the conditions are horrible, and they should be ashamed for wanting that much money for what is essentially crap. So that's what I've been doing. So I've only bought 2 things, but I'm going to be back on eBay later this week. But yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Nice.
Have I ordered more? I'm going to later this week, Steve. I generally buy them in sort of 4s and 5s, so I've got enough to keep me going. But sometimes when they arrive, everything gets dropped. That's happened to you, hasn't it, Dom?
Yeah.
You'll be painting something. Your Oathsworn miniatures arrive, and everything is just dropped because you want to paint some animals with catapults.
Yeah. It just arrives, and you just go, "Oh my goodness!" Before you know it, you're googling weird things on Google, and you're looking at the skin tone of a shrew, and then before you know it, you painted 5 of them.
I know. Happens. Lionheart's on a roll here, so time didn't fly. Wow.
Oh gosh.
Back when Games Workshop was releasing good games. To be fair, it was a 2nd edition is a fantastic game. Probably my most played war game ever, because we played it for so regularly for so many years. That's the one I said that we all ended up hating each other at the end of it, because the games just turned into grudge matches. It wasn't about enjoying yourself. It was about winning at any cost. Winning at all costs. But yeah, it was. I got so many good memories attached to it, and I thought, I really want to play it again. It's just such a simple rule set, and it's just nice. And no, Carl, I'm good, thanks. I'm only taking 1 squad, but thanks. I've got some plastic ones as well that they're in many pieces, but they look odd. Those plastic scouts, sort of a bit. Proportions weren't great. How much? That's exactly what I was saying as well.
Oh, bloody hell!
Yeah, I never thought I'd find myself paying £7 for 1 out of production metal miniature.
It is extraordinary, isn't it? We as hobbyists, apart from Ken, obviously flogs everything left, right, and centre. How much we become sort of nostalgic for, with something like, it's like people spending an absolute fortune on old Hinchcliffe figures and miniature, minifigs and stuff like that. They're just or old copies of magazines and rule sets that they're never going to use. I've done the same. I've got books on the shelves that I just got because I remember when I was a kid reading them, and I just want them.
This is what this 2nd edition. Yeah, this 2nd edition is 40k is just pure nostalgia. If I didn't have to do things like eat or pay rent or pay bills, I'd spend a lot of my money just getting old 40k stuff, because I just for me all you got to do is. I was looking through some White Dwarfs earlier, and just those photographs and brightly coloured orc dreadnoughts and just orcs in red.
What would you do with them, Steve? I mean, assuming I know you only live in a cardboard box, but if you had a bit more space, if you had all the money in the world, and what would you do? Would you just have a display of them all, or?
I don't know. I mean, I just like to paint them, because back when I painted 40k, I wasn't a very good painter.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, I was a bit crap actually. Very crap to be fair. So my armies looked terrible compared to my mates who could actually paint, and I couldn't. So I think I'd go back and try and because at one point in 1994 I had a full metal Eldar army. I painted myself. I even did kit bashes. I did elf heads to some of the aspect warriors. So it was I don't know what happened to it. I think I either sold it or just lost it. I just lose so many things. But no, like I say, if I didn't have responsibilities, that's all I'd do. Would be painting early 90s Games Workshop 40k figures. They're just the nostalgia. I was looking at I've got in the box. Well, I found the Eldar Codex. Just out of interest, I looked on eBay, and the first one I saw was 55 quid.
Yeah. I sold mine for 50. Yeah. The second edition one.
Second edition.
The yellow, the really bright yellow cover on it. Yeah. You can make some. Some of the codex. I mean, it's because they're not made anymore. Literally, there's a finite amount.
The whole problem with everyone moans about the fact that every time they bring out a new one, everyone has to move on to that one, and they complain about it, and everyone says, "Well, why don't you just play the old one?" Clearly, people are still playing the old one.
Oh yeah, I mean, a quick look on YouTube shows that loads of people are still playing second edition 40k.
I don't know whether you saw it. There was a guy, I forget what the channel is. They're a painting channel that do. I think they're based in Norway, somewhere like that, and they did this series of going to people who had massive collections of figures, and they went to a guy who. Obviously, I don't know what he did, but he'd made a fortune. He was now retired, and he was a complete wargaming widget nerd. Was heavily into it, and he'd actually expanded his collection. Was setting up a museum to display them all. And I just thought, holy smoke, wouldn't that be fantastic? I mean, literally, I don't even really cared whether anyone came to look at it, but it was he had this enormous warehouse that he was kitting out with all his collection, setting them up on a table, on table scenes, or just displays. And I just thought, geez,
class.
Wow, that's kind of the idea.
That's yeah. I mean, Robin's just said there about where's it gone?
Squidmar. Yeah,
better paints that appeal to me as well. I think it would be because I remember the shocking status of some of my figures, and yeah, I'd love to go back and paint those original figures again. But what I can do 30 odd years later, so you can do better than some of the original studio paint jobs. Or Warlord makes experience possible right now with their gendarme. That's never going away, is it? That's sticking around. It's Squidmar.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, Philip. Yeah, I like his stuff actually. They're quite amusing. I mean, he does all sorts of weird shit. I have no idea what the half of it is, but it's quite amusing to watch. So I found that amazing. Yeah.
Yes, look, gang, I'm actually working on I'm trying to put together it's a Rhino that I built 25 years ago. But I don't know what I was doing because I know it's just a poor kit, but there's so many gaps down the sides. So I'm trying to resolve that. But again, the old school Rhino with the dozer blade, and there's no way you're fitting 10 Marines in the back of that thing. We all dream of that, Dom.
True. Yeah, it's true.
That's true.
It's bizarre though. I can't honestly. I was trying to think when you were talking about, and you talk about it a lot about going back over old figures and what have you got. And I know I'm doing my recycling of some of my older figures, but genuinely, I don't think any of them I would be driven to rebuy and repaint. I don't. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't get me particularly. I'm quite happy to get the old ones up and tartan them up a little bit and give them reuse. But maybe my painting hasn't improved that much. It's still pretty much the same as it was 30 years ago. So I don't need to worry about it.
No, I mean, for me, it's the paint. I'd love to. I'm never going to be able to afford a full original sort of early 90s 40k army because the cost is just. I'd love to. One of my dreams is to own the original Beaky Marines box that I got for Christmas in 1991. 30 Space Marines for 12 quid. I mean, there we go. I know multi-part plastics as well. They're quite squat though, but they were again.
Mondo's in the same world as you. He says, I've been recollecting toys from our childhood. Have Rogue Trader 2nd edition Orcs and Crimson Fists, and then 4.5k of 3rd Ed Warhammer. No idea what that says.
4.5k
Orcs. I don't know. Struggle to resist adding to these. Yeah,
it's a curse. I never had Orcs. I had an epic Space Marine Orc card, but I never had 28mm Orcs because there was too many of them. But I used to love them. They were just. My mate ran a big Orc army. He paid someone to paint his army for him, and him setting that up, he should take about half a day because there was that many of them. And then somebody would jump with when we were drawing strategy cards, someone would get a virus outbreak, and 90% of his army would be gone before the game even began.
I know I'm not the best one to talk about it, but my understanding of 40k is fairly minimal, as you know. But that was the bit I could never really understand from what I did understand of the rules. Is that you spend so much time building these beautiful figures, putting them together, putting the armies together, and in the course of one turn, pretty much all of it is back in its box. And I just think,
especially with them,
keep them out for a little bit longer, frankly.
Yeah, especially with virus outbreaks. Essentially, what that was is any troops that didn't have a respirator or breathing equipment had to roll, and if they keeled over, the one person next to them tested as well, and it could just wipe out entire armies. I remember I was chatting to Andy Chambers at the Warlord Games Open Day, and I was like, so virus outbreak, and he's like, oh, I wish I'd never written that card. So it was all good fun. I'm really looking forward to I'm not that far away from finishing either. I actually went through my bits boxes last night and managed to find another tactical squad, most of a scout squad, and a devastated squad, a devastated combat squad as well. Which is nice. Which is you don't expect to find that just in bits boxes. No. Right, away from this nostalgia and on to some questions. So let's have a look at some of the questions that were left in the Facebook group, and we've got some starred as well. Let's have a look. I want to go to Simon's Simon's question here. So it's a bit windy here in northern climes of the UK. On topic suggestion for a question for tonight: what are your views on factoring weather into war games? Is it too much of a faff, or is it a good mechanism? Interesting question. That interesting.
I quite like it. I like the idea of it. I like to be more realistic, I guess.
Do you really though, Ken?
Yeah, I like the idea of it. No, yeah.
I like the idea of it, but it's a lot of faff.
It is a lot of faff. It depends what rules it is, doesn't it? With what, especially the not see. It can make things seem a bit weird that you can actually physically see the minis can see each other within like 30 centimeters of each other, but they can't see each other on the actual game when they normally would be able to, especially for like fog. Oh, excuse me, I talked for 4 hours last night with Sophie. So like with fog, that fog rule in bolt action, it just everything looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Because you'd be engaging each other in combat, but with that rule, you're not. But you're in the open, so you should feel like you should be shooting each other, but you're not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like I always said, like in windy boat games, it's integral. So you need weather in.
You've got to have weather in that, otherwise
it doesn't
you
work.
might as well play Second World War in cold.
So just what weather can be fun: fog, limiting engagement ranges, heavy rain, buggering up your movement. Yes. How much of an impact do you actually want to have on the game, then?
I don't know. See, this is the thing. It's a common feature in a lot of rule books and supplements. You'll see it in the back somewhere as an optional rule to do, like you're playing your black powder game and it rains and therefore, your muskets aren't as effective or whatever, or you can't fire your bows and arrows or whatever it may be. And I always read them. I think, yeah, that's really cool. And then occasionally you play a scenario where there's some element of it in there, but the rest of the time I virtually never play it. And I don't know why that is, because somebody talked about Taunton and various other battles that were really impacted by weather as a condition. So if you're refighting a game or playing a battle of some sort, then you probably should do it. We spend a lot of time doing all the sort of terrain and making it look nice and everything. And the only missing sort of factor in most games, I think, is the weather. But I don't know, just like I agree with Ken. It's sort of almost, it feels weird in some ways. It's like when a board's supposed to be a massive forest. And everything's slowed down and you can't see anything. And you go, but I can see everything. It's a weird thing. I mean, I know there was a question about umpires or something, but, that's the sort of time when that sort of thing comes into its own, doesn't it? Because if you've got fog, for instance, you could put almost like a sheet across the table or, something to hide the opposition from what's going, hide what's happening and move your figures in isolation until suddenly the fog lifts or something. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's weird because we simulate so much on the table, but for me, weather, for some reason, I just don't seem to ever pick it up that very often, even though there's plenty of rules out there.
I remember that a couple of years back, me and my mate were playing some games from the one of the Far East campaigns for Bolt Action, and I can't remember which one it was, but there was mud through heavy rain, which reduced movement by a lot. But the first 3 games of the term were at night as well.
Yeah.
So we had limited. You couldn't move very far, and you couldn't see very far.
Yeah. I think you find that's Kursk. I think I've played those scenarios.
But I mean, that was quite good when we played that, because we had a jungle set up. And we say the first 3, it's supposed to be dawn onwards, and it gets lighter. So I think it's okay from turn 4 onwards. But there was reduced movement with the mud, so some things couldn't be dragged because of the mud. It was an interesting scenario. It was really quite good. I might try and refight.
And then the new Hail Seas War of the Roses supplement. There's a random thing you can do at the beginning about weather, which has a weather or could potentially have a weather impact, and you could have a situation where it's torrential rain and suddenly your longbow that is composed 3/4 of your army can't actually shoot, or is drastically reduced in range. And I don't know, somehow it's like the rules where things swap sides all of a sudden. It just somehow, for me, I don't know, sometimes it can really bugger up the game so much. I'd rather it when it's a scenario where it's already in place, because you're fighting the game and you know what's going to happen. But when it's sort of random, I don't like that particularly myself.
Good question.
What about? I remember when I was playing Ruckus at CrackCon last year. So one of the random events was a downpour. So it's a downpour for 1 turn. And I think the rule was you couldn't fire any arrows because the rain was so heavy. Which I think random things like that, I do like that, especially small skirmish games like that. My first ever experience of weather in a war game, and we didn't even play it. It was, remember I said years ago, it would have been 2004. No, 2006. My mate tried to get me into 6mm Napoleonics. And I gave him some money. I said, I don't know what I'm doing. Go out and buy an army for me, because he'd found these rules. I remember he photocopied them for me and handed them to me. I'm not joking. The rules were like that. And I was looking through and I was like, weather. And it was just all these things for, what can you move? What can you see? Is your gun power? I don't want to bother with that. I just want to shoot something.
I want to shoot things.
So that went nowhere, because 1, I thought the rules were garbage, and 2, I painted 4 strips and then gave up. But that was my introduction into weather and wargaming. Because before that, I'd never even considered it.
I want to like it, and I want to do it, but I just never seem to. So I don't know. It's weird, and you don't often see it in games, to be honest.
No, and even if I know with some Bolt Action ones, it's not the entire game. It's first
couple of turns, isn't it?
First couple of turns, the fog's lifted. It's a very foggy morning, etc. I think for me, it's all about how much of an impact is it going to make the game not fun? Am I literally is this going to be just a simulation? Well, I'm not going to enjoy it.
That's interesting. Roman says, I don't know why, but weather makes more sense to me in a big battle with smaller scale minis. Interesting.
I think with that, it would affect a lot more people, wouldn't it? So it would affect, more people would be affected. It wouldn't just be a small. When we're doing 28, obviously, it's just a small part of a bigger battlefield. With the smaller scales, it's going to be. Yeah.
I'm certainly not against it in any way. I think it's a good, but I just never seem to get around to bother using it.
Doing it, yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Very
interesting. Most of the games I play, the weather doesn't even factor into it. So,
do you get much weather in your Space Weirdo environments?
No. Although the thing is, though, with that, you could easily introduce it. You could just. I'm of the opinion you can introduce anything into Space Weirdos and it would work. Acid rain in the Underhive.
Molten lava drops.
Molten lava. That would that'd be. So Adam's put, I don't mind it in campaigns, but not one-off games unless a specific game. Yeah, I think Steph mentioned it before about if you're refighting a historical game, you would ideally use the weather. If you know what it was for that day.
I mean, I think and I think if it's used as sort of an interesting tactical dilemma, maybe for the scenario, that could be kind of interesting. So I think it's just that. What I don't like is when it's just introduced as a purely random thing.
It needs to have purpose. It needs to. It needs to be friction, but not for the sake of just including friction. It needs to actually bring something to the I hate the phrase "bring it to the table," but it does need to bring something to the table if you are to use it. I mean, I do like the ball touching games that we've played where there's been, like I say, nighttime, so the limit that your views reduced. You've got to roll to see how far you can shoot. I think that adds an interesting dynamic to it. It'd be something interesting. It's on them. What's that? So Victory at Sea, and I've got that, but I've never played. Does that have weather in it or not?
Oh, that's a good point. I think it does.
I think it does, but it's again.
And
it's
the advanced, it's an optional. It's in the advanced section. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm 99% sure it does.
I'd tell you, Steve, but Ken was going to come round for another game, and that was 3 years ago. So. And now he's sold all the ships. So
but he's had 3 years.
No, the ships aren't sold.
He's had 3 years. Imagine the size of the fleet he's going to be.
I know, it could be an absolutely amazing size.
Need a flatbed truck to transport it up to yours.
I mean, in all seriousness, sea battles they are very heavily influenced by weather, more than land, probably. So, land battles tend to be influenced heavily on the campaign scale, don't you? Because how many times you read, where logistics broke down because the roads were a bog or whatever it may be, or the snow came early and everyone froze and all that kind of stuff. So weather definitely plays a part. And I know there's individual battles where it also played a considerable part, but if it was a bit turbulent at sea and you were trying to fight a battle with a ship, it makes aiming and firing and everything else rather tricky.
Extremely.
I might have to dig out the Victory at Sea rulebook, actually, have a look.
Because
again, it's something I bought. I painted a fleet, gave my mate the Japanese side of the box, and he never painted them. So we never got around to playing it. I had to poke him with a stick to get around to doing that. Because I thought that was a game when it first came out, I hated the look of it. And then I watched a couple of bat reports, and it really grew on me. I thought it plays really well.
If you can get your head around the idea the ranges are so weird, but you'd have to play in a massive room bigger than if you're really doing it. So I understand why they've done that, and it makes perfect. And actually, I've really enjoyed the games. I found the mechanics work pretty well. I enjoyed it. Maybe have another crack at CrackCon with it.
Yeah,
bring some fleets along. We'll have a go once all the other games have finished.
I might just do that. Because I've got the rules. I've read them a couple of years. Bloody hell, it must be. How long ago was that? I got that the same week I had my first COVID jab. So that would have been 2021. 4 years ago. Crikey, oh blimey. Okay. Now on to a really, really, really serious question from Steve.
Okay.
Which beverage best matches a game or historical period?
Black Seas grog.
Yeah, gotta have grog.
Rum
and grog.
Yeah, rum and grog.
I don't know. I've always imagined, people partaking in a proper, huge Napoleonic game, strutting around drinking wine. I don't know. It's got for some reason black powder games like Napoleonics have got wine written all over them.
Yeah. I think with in a rather nice glass, maybe a tall stemmed wine goblet, and you're drinking red wine. Yeah, obviously, if you're playing medievals, then you need mead. That's got to be done.
I'd like to try mead. I've never tried it.
You never tried it? Oh,
nah, never.
Yeah,
I have to try to see if we can find something for CrackCon.
There you go. John says, if you're drinking mead over a game, if you aren't drinking over a game, drinking mead over a game of Midgard, there's something wrong with you. Yes,
mead is that honey? Is it?
It's honey based.
It's honey based. Yeah.
I would 100% enjoy that. Then I might have to buy some.
Yeah, you got a sweet tooth, so you probably would. Yeah. I mean, what if you had to? What about how you had to drink according to the nationality of your army? So if you're playing playing Napoleonics and you've got the Brits, they have to have gin, or and the French have something poncy.
Beaujolais,
yeah, something like that. You have to swap it around.
No, because Adam and Robin have got the right idea. Obviously, tea if you're playing the British in any game.
Pretty much, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, I've just thought for Victory at Sea, you could be there with your mug of hot chocolate.
And your big woolly jumper.
And your big collar. Your big white woolly jumper stood in the air. Obviously not going to conning tower, but water
looking into the distance with your binoculars around your neck. Yeah. I like it.
It's really weird. I if I'm gaming, I don't drink. I always have a soft drink when I'm gaming.
Really?
Yeah, always. I don't know what it is. I just don't enjoy drinking a beer or wine if I'm playing war games.
Where the fuck can I buy mead?
Mead?
I really want some now.
Loads of places.
National Trust place near you, they'll have it. They always have it in their shops.
That's true. Yeah.
Brits can't advance; they're on a tea break. That's.
I do like a beer. I mean, obviously, when I'm down the club or doing that, I can't because I'm driving. But I do enjoy a beer or two when I'm playing a game. It just adds to the excitement of it. I really enjoy. I'm not that bothered like you are, Steve.
No, if a mate comes around and we're playing something, I'm always having on coffee and he's always on tea. But he drinks that kind of tea the spoon can stand up in.
Oh yeah, proper builders.
So it sort of settles for 4.5 days, and then you put in like a micro pipette of milk.
Yeah,
and so it's just bright orange. Don't drink and dice. Game sensibly.
Well done, Simon. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
good safety. For us.
One from James. What's the most appropriate army or setting for Vimto? Any Vimto is appropriate for any setting, period, game, you name it. Vimto is the drink. In fact, I actually finished Vimto earlier. So that's...
I don't think I've ever drunk Vimto, Steve.
Really?
Oh, you missed out on your
You're missing out.
Ever.
Sometimes when we drive up north, we go past a big Vimto factory.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Traditional mead. Comes in like a wine bottle.
Yeah,
it does.
Well, it is like wine, basically. It's like wine or...
It might actually be a wine that I like. I fucking hate
beer.
Wine. I hate red. I hate white. Yeah. This
David said for ACW coffee, both sides were fueled by the stuff.
Oh, yeah, coffee. Yeah, coffee.
Oh, John's just said he's just cracked open a bottle of rum that he won at CrackCon last night.
Oh, nice. That really nice bottle. I wanted that.
Yes, that was the one
thing I wanted.
I think if everybody wanted that.
Everybody wanted that.
The rum and the gin. That was whiskey, wasn't it?
Scots one. It was cracking donation by Dave. That was brilliant.
Was something special.
That was really nice.
Which reminds me, if anybody's got any donations, particularly if they're very fine alcohol for CrackCon,
if anyone dares leave like 4 cans of Carlsberg, you're going to be ejected from the building post haste.
Someone ordered Carling the other day, Steve. I saw someone at a pub actually order it. Carling. I was like, hey, what are you
drinking
doing?
A pint of cold? There's no taste. You might as well just stick. You honestly might as well just stick your head in the freezer and lick the ice at the freezer box. It's not a pleasant drink at all. It's bloody horrible.
Yeah.
Right. Enough of this beverage. So we've got one question. Well, we've got 2 questions. I can answer one really quickly, and these are from Dave Benton. So, I'm going to answer this myself. Please discuss the importance of drummers in assisting officers and NCOs and keeping the men of La Grande Armée in formation and use of percussion through the ages of military action. Comic relief. If you turn up on a battlefield dressed like that, you deserve everything that's coming to you. That's my answer. On to another question. This is something me and Don were talking about before we came on. It's about games masters, referees, umpires.
Yeah.
It's the guy who's running the game, the most important bit of kit of them all. Does having a games master automatically, if he's fair and competent, make a war game better? If not, why not? There's so much a GM can add to a game. What, if anything, is lost? I said to Dom, of all my years of wargaming, I've only ever played in one tabletop war game with an umpire or a GM once. Just one time, and that was it. Now that was because he was introducing a lot of us into playing Body Count, the Vietnam game, and he was trying to run it as rather than just 2 sides fighting each other, trying to immerse us into sort of the narrative of it.
Yeah,
and so he was running the game to a degree, but he was teaching us the rules at the same time.
More of an education rather than for the sake of being a GM.
Exactly, and he'd say things like, a shot, comes out of that part of the jungle and just flies over. What's over there? Or it was an interesting way of running it. But that would have been 1993, 94, and I've never ever had a game with a sort of unless I'm being taught a game. But even then, I don't think that's not really umpiring. That's just someone teaching me the rules. I mean, Dom, you said it was a thing.
It sort of had phases of it. And I was saying to Steve, I don't want to come over again as the old git from the past, but it was more of a thing with some old rule systems. So there used to be that sort of mechanic built in. And, like we're talking about with weather, it's a good way of introducing some kind of uncertainty or friction, or hiding an outflank attack or whatever that's coming on that neither player, because I don't know about you, I read the scenarios in books and it says, there's a secret outflank coming on turn 3 from the right flank. Well, your opponent's read that too, so it's no longer secret, is it?
No.
But if you've got a GM or somebody who's controlling it, they can do that and maybe keep it from you as well. So there's a certain degree of fun and games with it, but it is an odd thing, isn't it? And I think it works well for the bigger strategy type games, a big, maybe your 6 mil, David, but your 15 mils or big battle things on big tables, having an umpire to sort of help out or to put friction in or delay orders when they're going across the table, that kind of stuff that used to happen in some old rule systems. And but it's an odd thing. So I was saying to you, Steve, it's a weird thing that it's never really taken off in wargaming in the same. I mean, obviously in role playing, it's critical.
It is.
You've got to have somebody who controls everything, who runs the game. But in wargaming, it's never really become a big thing, and I don't know quite why.
Ken, have you ever played an umpire in an umpired game?
I've been the umpire in a game.
What was that?
The CrackCon.
Oh, right.
So yeah, I think it adds massively, especially like Dom's saying to to bigger games and bigger scenarios, even small ones. People doing demonstration games, they're really umpires in a way, showing you the rules. It's like we were playing the Lord of the Rings with Tony, but he was, he's the guy in the middle, and he's making the decisions if you're in and out. You don't feel cheated or pissed off if a decision goes against you. If you've got an umpire, I don't feel. Does that make sense? Because I'm on third party.
I was pretty pissed off with the way James umpired me playing against Haley, playing Blood and Plunder.
Blood and Plunder.
He bloody cheated on me. So there you go.
He stitched you up, did he?
Yeah.
Was he not the impartial umpire you were hoping?
There was no impartiality at all, mate. None whatsoever. Yeah. No, you're right. That's interesting. Sorry, Carl.
When he runs larger multiplayer games, we always have one person design and umpire the scenario. I mean, that yes, I can understand that. So if one person says, 3 people aside, bring these, I'm writing a scenario and I've got some surprises in store for you. So both sides don't know what's going on. I can see that being, fun, actually. I can see it being really enjoyable. It's just not something I've ever had much experience with, apart from that one game of Body Count in the 90s. But again, that was more. I think he did that, 1, to introduce us, and 2, a lot of us, it was our first historical game. So he was trying to, again, just bring narrative, bring story, bring background to it, rather than just saying, here's the room, because the rules weren't great, I'll be honest. It was an awful game to try and follow. But he did a really good job, and it was a good 3.5 hour game, and everyone enjoyed it.
It's quite a selfless. I mean, it obviously is quite a selfless thing, isn't it, for the player? I mean, that's because you've got to really love putting on a game and being devious. I mean, Martin's brilliant at it. He loves completely screwing everyone over with some devious thing that happens. His crack on games are vicious. Watch out, everybody who's playing his St Albans game in October, because he'll have something really devious up his sleeve, because that's the sort of git he is when it comes to it. But it's an interesting one, isn't it? I mean, I think because also, most of us only get to play maybe once, if we're lucky, once a week, and sometimes not even that. So if you then, that game is the one when you're not actually playing, but you're running a game, it's sort of it's quite a lot to give up on, isn't it?
It is. But I mean, I suppose I imagine there's a different type of satisfaction to be taken from umpiring a game. So you're not just there to win; you're there to make sure both sides, enjoy them. At the end of the day, enjoy themselves, which is the main thing.
I remember playing a game again. There used to be a thing again. I'm going to be the old git again. There used to be a thing of these multiplayer sort of. It was more like a simulation rather than a war game. And I can remember doing one down in where was it? Somewhere, it doesn't matter, somewhere South London somewhere. And they'd hired this old school, and we were all split up into, it was a Second World War sort of grand strategy game, and we all took roles in the game. And so you had the German high command in one room, the Luftwaffe in another room, the Kriegsmarine in another, and the same with the British. And it was I can't even remember what the scenario was now, and they had various umpires that were involved in that, sort of sending you messages, and when high command said it's time to go and bomb wherever you had to go and bomb. If you were the Luftwaffe, the signal might be a bit confused and that kind of stuff. And it was tremendous fun, also completely frustrating, but very much like I guess the reality at the end of the day you're simulating. And there was also a phase of similarly, there used to be a phase of having views on a game. I remember there was again, never really took on, I think, in wargaming, but using like a periscope type thing on the table, so you could only see what you could see from the unit, and you're only allowed to respond on that. And again, that was kind of one of those weird things that never really took on. I think we're all too lazy. I think that's the problem, most of us. Well, I am. Okay, I'm too lazy.
I'm too lazy to do anything like that. But
I just want to roll dice, and
I've barely got the strength to roll my own dice. Never mind hire someone to move my fingers for me. Before we go to the news, one last question, and it's from So when I put up the link in the Facebook group, I put any questions about painting Napoleonic French drummers will be met with disappointment. And Paul's put, was the last sentence with glee and merriment. It absolutely was. I was having a very awful Monday morning, and yeah, it was glee and merriment all over the place. Right, let's get on to some news. I'm going to play the video because we just have to, don't we? Go on, Dom. You're the only one with news.
Yeah, I think I am. All right. Let's start with. We'll start with these. So, talked about these before now. Cromarty. They've been doing lots of 3D ancient figures. They do them at all different scales. So these are 28 mil late Romans or Romano-British, I suppose, kind of thing. Which is, they look really kind of cool. Very good indeed. I've also got some cavalry with them as well. And I believe, where's the other picture gone? These are, I think these are Huns, I think, from what I remember. So a whole range of these coming out.
Are they being released as figures or STLs?
I believe you can buy them as both, Steve. So you can buy, I think Plastic Soldier companies sell them printed.
Yeah.
And you can buy the STLs direct from Cromarty, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But that's how it works with the smaller scale ones, the epics and what have you. So
yeah,
they're nice. They're really nice. I've got some of the small ones, and they are really nice design. They're good sculpts, and they actually mix very nicely. But I don't know what the 28s are. But from the pictures,
they look really nice actually.
They do. I think they're not bad at all. The only thing is the shields are a bit big, a bit chunky, but other than that, I suppose I know you can't really whip them off. But there you go. Anyway, that's them, which I think is exciting. This is one for you, Steve.
Oh,
so Medbury. So they have a Kickstarter running at the moment for Australian Infantry of New Guinean campaign. Although I don't think you spell campaign like that, boys, but never mind. So these are for metal figures, which they will ship anywhere in the world, although they are in Australia, so I imagine the shipping is going to be rather expensive. But they're also doing it as STLs. So
they're nice. They look really, really nice, actually.
They are very nice figures.
If we're UK based, we have to pay import duty.
Import, yeah, over a certain value, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I can never remember what it is, but so I mean, it's another thing to be wary of if you're buying minis from abroad, isn't it?
No, they're nice. I like them. They're really, really nice.
Yeah, they do look nice. I can't see the pictures anymore. I thought I kept the pictures of some of the support crews and what have you. But yeah, they're really nice looking figures, and I do like Medburys. I think they do. Their ancients are amazing, and the medievals are fantastic. So yeah, in Kickstarter at the moment, if you want to get them, STLs. If you don't want to worry about shipping them over from Australia to wherever you are. If you're in Australia, you're probably quite happy. But there you go. There you go. There's a bit more
right.
So there we go. So the Mortar Crews look great. Yeah,
like the officer models look really nice, actually.
Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah.
No, they're nice.
180 Australian dollars. I don't know what that is. Anyway, there you go. That's that. Also, other prints. So this is our friend Reconquer Design. So this is, this figure is just extraordinary. I mean, the character is a wandering archer, I think is what he described him as. Absolutely fantastic. Just getting better and better, the quality of these. And also, everyone needs some buildings.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Really, really good. Thatched house with an oven. Martin will get very excited about that because of the flame source. He seems to get very excited about burning things. I don't know why. Yeah, so really cool. So they're next month in his becoming available. You know, he does every month. He does a whole load of more figures and whatnot. So that'll be coming through. And the other thing, I talked about it briefly earlier, but I'm sorry you saw this, Steve. The new Armies of the Soviet Union book for Bolt Action version 3 is on pre-order. £25, and you get that extra special figure. If you buy it direct from them. If you go to Boards and Swords, I'm sure Ian will do it considerably cheaper. And if you use PCP5, you get an extra 5% off, but you won't probably get the figure.
No, I think you still get the figure. I think you still do get the figure.
Do they still do the figure?
Okay. Yeah. I think they still do the figure. Don't be 100%. I'm 99% sure. I'm pretty sure.
Sometimes you don't get it on the third party.
No. Depends what relationship he has with Warlord, and I think he's got a pretty good one.
There you go. There you go. So check it out if you're interested. So that's out. I think it's October. It says October on the.
It'd be the fourth one, won't it? There's one per quarter. Because I picked up the British one on Friday, so.
Be cool. And also they have also relaunched some of the Russian infantry. So there's the Soviet infantry platoon. I'm assuming they don't have those blooming stupid arms. Do you know anything about that?
That's the first thing my mate sent me the picture on Friday night, and the first thing I said, I responded and said, I bet you're hoping the arms and weapons aren't separate.
Yeah. So you got all that. That's the infantry squads. There's also various support weapons. I actually really like that medium mortar. I think you might not be able to see it terribly well on the picture, but the characters on them is fantastic. It really looks good. And then the Katusha model.
See, this is my issue. I'm not going to be that guy, but why would you have a Katusha on a 6x4 playing surface? You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Well, you wouldn't. You get a bundle of the three of them, mate. That's what you go for.
Oh, it annoys me. It really does.
I'm with you on that.
Didn't there used to be a rule in second edition with the Katusha that you didn't even need it to be on the table? You just had it in 2 points.
I don't know. I know in Chain of Command things like that are off board. So they're in 88s and they're just off board. I know that years ago there was a bolt action tournament and loads of people took Soviet lists with multiple platoons and multiple rocket like Katushas and just obliterated everything they came up against. Because that's a fun way of playing the game.
Yeah.
But no, I will not be investing in any of this army. So there we go.
But I have to say, that guy with his spade, is it a spade he's got there on the left? I mean, he's missed his leg days. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, some of the sculpting on these latest models is.
You think they got a new designer then?
I think they've given it out to kindergarten kids, I think, to do or something. I don't know what's going on. Very, very odd. Anyway, there you go. So they're out on pre-order. That's what I see.
No interest. I've never had any interest in the Soviets or World War II. Never had any interest whatsoever.
I've got quite a large Soviet army, which I never use, obviously, because I don't play bolt action very often. And I actually, although they were fiddly as hell to put together, they were really nice models. So I had no interest in getting new ones. Don't need them. But
have you got the new British book?
I have. Yeah.
Have you seen that odd rule for officers?
I haven't actually read it yet.
I had a skim through on Friday just to see, how my armies were affected. They got a rule. I mean, I could have read this wrong because I literally have skimmed it over. But British officers now get +1 morale, but -1 on cover saves.
Really?
-1 on cover saves
because they are prone to putting themselves in dangerous circumstances to cheer on the lads.
Oh, for crying out loud! What stupid that is.
So every officer
don't get shot by a sniper. You're fucked.
So every officer is now like George from Blackadder.
Oh my lord!
That's the only.
Why I don't play bolt.
The only real thing that I picked out. Then you can take military police units now as well.
Yeah, you're right. It's called Come On Lads.
Yeah,
with great professionalism and unflappable stiff upper lip, British officers led from the front, often putting themselves in extreme positions of danger. British officer morale bonus is increased by 1, but any cover that save they might receive is reduced by 1.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay. Interesting.
That's gonna be interesting, isn't it? And it looks now that another thing I noticed was I look at the airborne units can now take a light mortar within the squad.
A bit like the Japanese.
Yes,
already did, couldn't they?
Yeah, those knee mortars. Oh, yeah, my mate, those knee mortars.
Little
bastards.
bastards.
Death by 1,000. They're a total pain in the arse to go up against. They really are. And whenever I fight against my mate's IJA, he takes them all over the place. Really, really very annoying. But no, actually, I got it on Friday, and I had a bit of a skim through, but that's the one that stood out. I thought, bloody hell, that's going to be it. That's
good. I've opened it, so I hadn't even noticed that. That's very interesting.
That's going to be several officers zapped in the first couple of turns, I should imagine.
Yeah, that's going to be quite. It'd be interesting to see how whether the sort of. I mean, not that I get involved in the competitive scene, so to speak, but if certain armies like that just drop out of favour because of rules like that.
Well, like I say, I mean, technically with the new rule book, you can take weapons in periods that they never existed in because there's no theatre selectors, and it even says you can do it, but we'd rather you didn't because it just unbalances the game. So if you wanted to have a 1940 game and equip veteran here grenadiers with STG 44s, you could do technically you can with the new rules. But yeah,
I don't get I mean, I get why they've done that, but I also don't get why they've done that because.
Yeah, but they've told you not to do it in one hand. Like we'd rather you didn't do it, but they've allowed it.
So they've allowed it.
I mean, technically, with removing the theatre selectors, they essentially did that because the selectors used to limit what units you could take and would limit.
I gather it means like you could have like early war French and someone has late war Germans, and you can play each other then, can't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
That'd be shit.
That'd be
But that's the point, isn't it? So yes, you could do that, but then good luck trying to take out a King Tiger with your anti-tank rifle or whatever you've got in the French army. So it's like it's almost pointless anyway to allow it.
And like I said, there is a section of the rule book that says you're probably best sticking to period versus period forces. Just for the fun of the game. I've still not played 3rd edition yet.
We're not. I thought you were going to have a game.
I was going to. Just thinking. I mean, I've reorganized most of my armies now, so I can play 3rd edition. I want to try it in 15 mil. No, I really want to try it in 15 millimeter again, because I love bolt action at 15 mil. It's just such a good game. Me and my mate have been. We had a chat last week about playing bolt action. It's what we're going to do is just run armored platoons and take one anti-tank option, who is then hid and they have a hidden setup on a map in ambush. It's just an excuse to put tanks on the table. There's a question for you, Ken. What's happened to bolter action?
Still working on it. Yeah, I'm still working on it. It's not gone anywhere. Like I was saying earlier, it's going to be the game that I really play with my 40k models. But to be honest with you, it's going to be more based around probably the 30k time period, because I love the heresy compared to the 40k stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Heresy is where it's at for me. Yeah.
What do you think of the new heresy stuff?
I'm not too fussed of it, to be fair. Yeah, it's just I can understand why Games Workshop have done it. I get why they've done it, or Warhammer, I should say now, because they've changed it again, haven't they? Yeah, I understand. It's just another way to make more money, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with the older stuff, how it plays and rules and all that. So it's just a midlife rebrand to make more dollar. And that's the way it is.
And with really chunky Terminators as well.
Yeah, I know. It just, yeah.
With their 1980s shoulder pads.
Yeah, I don't. It's lore accurate though, to be fair, because those type of Terminators, that's how they were. Everyone always thinks. Because I did the same when I read the books, the original Heresy books. I thought about the modern 40k Space Marine armor, like your Mark 7, your Mark 8 armor. They were wearing that, but it's not. It's like your early Mark 3s and your Mark 2s, and they're all in that like Crusader sort of armor, and you don't really picture that in your head when you're reading the book, especially if you've not done the Heresy side. So whenever they were talking about dreadnoughts and shit like that, I always used to think of the modern dreadnoughts, but it's not the old school. It's the old school stuff.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, I'd say the more the merrier. But yeah, it's just a rebrand for me.
No. There's an interesting observation from John. Bolt Action is a war game with World War II shaped figures rather than the World War II war game. I mean, it's hard to disagree with that because do you think it's got a proper World War II flavour?
No.
I mean, yeah, it does. I mean, there are vehicles and weaponry that were in World War II, and the nations involved were in World War II. But it is a highly comic book version of it.
It is. It's definitely comic book. It really. It's
but,
Commando.
I think it's in the same way as you'd say that is Saga an accurate rendition of the Dark Ages? No, it's not. It's fantasy, and I think in many ways, Bolt Action's the same for Second World War. I mean, I actually think I like the Bolt Action system. Is it a proper Second World War? No, of course it's not. But
it's a good system.
It's a good, clever system, but it's a game that features, which is loosely set in World War II, I think. Blood and Salt says, I run my to grenadiers with brown best muskets. Yeah. Let us know how you get on with that one.
That should be interesting. I mean, I do enjoy playing Bolt Action. It's one of those games where, even with the third edition, with the change of rules, it's still like a big comfy chair. You know for the most part where you are. Once you've learnt the rules, you barely have to refer to the rule book. The game can flow really quickly. I mean,
it's a game, and I think
it's a game.
That's what I like about it. It's a clever. I like the activation system. It's a game that you can play in a few hours and have a bit of a laugh, throw some dice, get a bit annoyed with how shit your dice rolls are or how good they are, all that kind of stuff. And you can go away and have a beer and talk about it. And that's kind of what I think about it. But there you go. Black one. That's my favourite armour. It's black. I have no idea, mate. None at all. They're trying to educate me. We've been doing this for 6 years. I've still got no idea. What can I say?
Yeah, I've painted Space Marines, haven't you?
I did a long time ago. Yeah. Or did I paint something for one of our challenges? I can't remember. I've got rid of it, haven't I? I should do. I should have a go at it. I love the look of them. They look fantastic. But I'd never use them for anything, so it'd be pointless, really.
We could trade Dom.
Oh, God. Dom, you have been warned.
To be fair, right? I've got a bit of an Imperial Guard addiction at the minute, Steve. I should have told you earlier. I've counted painted guardsmen. I've got 270.
Bloody hell!
I know. My board is going to look so good when you got a massive rush. Yeah, I know. It's just...
Here's a question for Ken and Dom. Will any of you ever play Oathmark?
I've got the minis. I haven't got the rule book, but Dom's got the rules, so it's fine. So we can play.
You flog the rules as well.
Yeah, I made 10 quid on them.
For God's sake.
But no, I will play it. 100%, I'll play it.
Funny enough, I was going through the orcs and things that I'd bought for that just today and thinking, well, they can go out for selling.
Today's turning into me. No, we can. To be fair, I've got like We do. Dom, it's been a while since I've come up and played a game in the cabin, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do it if it's all right with you. I'm gonna have to come up midweek if I'm allowed out.
Well, you talk to the management.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting question from Jammy M. What's the UK specific variant of beer and pretzels games terminology? Ale and pork crackling, cider and pies.
Beer and curry.
I mean, in this country, I've only ever referred to it as beer and pretzels. I don't know why.
Yeah, me too. I like pretzels.
Yeah, me too.
Nice. They are nice.
But I think we should start something. Ale and Scotch eggs. How about that? It's an ale and Scotch egg game.
I don't mind the Scotch egg so much. I can eat a Scotch egg, but I can't drink the ale.
Yeah, we know you can't. You're a woofter. You are so lightweight. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I've seen you drinking.
I know. It's not a pretty sight.
He only drinks something fizzy, don't you? So it doesn't really matter.
No. What about? Imagine. Look at the emblem for Two Fat Lardies, though. It's pie and beer.
Yeah.
You got tea and biscuits.
You can't go far. Or tea and biscuits. That's interesting.
Surely tea and biscuits.
Yeah, see, Steve, I agree.
Yeah, surely a Scotch egg. Yeah.
Ale and pork scratchings.
Yeah, but if you get a really nice pork pie, though, a really nice pork pie, nice.
Jam, scones, and tea.
I think Robin's immersed himself into the British
kebab for Ken.
See, I'm not gonna lie, right? I do like a naughty doner kebab. It's one of my real rare treat foods. I freaking love it. Especially
is it Bailey's and Doner for you then?
Oh God, I'm thinking. Do you know? It sounds really stupid, right? But last CrackCon, I was still so debating whether or not to go to the actual meal thing because I really fancied that kebab, and I was just gonna go up and get one. And I just really wanted to sit in my room and eat this thing with garlic mayonnaise all over it. Oh, it's making me think about it now. It's making my mouth water.
Blue Wicker and kebab for Ken.
Yeah. Or Miller's Burgers. Yeah. Who else? You guys don't know about this. So I have a habit of stealing people's food.
That's never anything good to admit to.
Yeah. So, like Miller's Burger, I also now have a habit of stealing people's drinks. Right. So I met with James Wilkinson a couple of times now in London, and we went out for a nice meal, nice burger. Sat down, and he went. We were just talking. We were having that joke about Miller's Burger beforehand and all this sort of stuff, and don't nick my burger and all this sort of stuff. The lady comes over. I order a shandy. James orders a nice full pint. Right. She puts them down on the table. I reach over, grab the first drink, some parched, and I down like I would say 3/4 of this drink. And I went and I stopped drinking it, and I was like, when I finished the gulp, when you finish the gulp, you get that flavour come through. And I thought, this is a bit strong for a shandy.
He's got a couple of painted lizard men, I think.
Yeah.
I think the inspiration dwindled after he painted 2 or 3 of them.
It did.
But is that real? Is that Vietnam War meets Jurassic Park? So with dinosaurs in the Vietnam War?
I would like to say no.
It sounds like something that Michael Bay would direct. God,
I mean,
it could be a film coming up. You never know.
It's
if that was made into a film, that's a Michael Bay film, straight up, right there.
I don't know that. I mean, that sort of isn't that sort of like Predator anyway, or you've got
at least
one trying to take on a. It's not a dinosaur and it's one creature, but it's sort of the same sort of thing.
Yeah, but at least Predator's got imposable thumbs.
And he can go invisible and leap through the trees.
I was going to say, that's not the
imagine a fucking T-Rex doing that. Going invisible, just not like in a stealth suit.
I actually want to get some Predator figures for space weirdos.
Oh, yeah. I just realised that actually is in the new Jurassic Park. The dinosaur goes invisible, doesn't it? Can camouflage.
What?
Yeah, I completely forgot. I actually completely forgot. 100%. They can go. It's one of the things. It can go invisible. It can camouflage itself like a lizard.
Bloody hell.
Literally, this giant. Oh, what is it? What one is it? Oh, anyone in the chat know what? I think it's the Indominus Rex. I think it is. Can actually go like a lizard and camouflage itself. It's quite funny.
Sharknado game at CrackCon. That's a fantastic suggestion. Dom,
we're going to have to limit the weird shit at CrackCon at this rate, right?
I think even I'd draw the line at Sharknado.
I've never heard of that one, so
apparently Israel trailer is out. My
goodness. Oh my lord.
There
was Aid Edmondson was on on telly before I came to do the stream tonight, and he was talking about a new Disney pre-Alien series that they've done.
What cartoon?
It's before Alien, and it's done as so you can watch it separately. It doesn't have to involve. You don't have to know what happened in Alien, but it's about what happened
to get
a long time before Alien. Looks really kind of good. So
I had my fingers burnt with Romulus, and
still not watched that.
Don't. What you want to do for better entertainment, get a fork, right, and repeatedly stab yourself in the head. That's about as much entertainment as you're going to get from watching Romulus. I bought that film as well because I really wanted to see it, and it was only available to buy, not rent. So I thought, well, I like the Alien films, don't I? And then, God, it was
bit of a mistake, Steve, is it?
I just hated it. I was on the side of the aliens. I just hated everyone in that film. I just wanted everyone to get wiped out by these aliens. It was total trash. I mean, I watched some crap films. I mean, I like Snakes in a Plane and
Jesus Christ.
Weekend at Bernie's and The Scrotum.
The Scrotum.
That's a cracking film. I've still not seen the sequel yet. Not the sequel. The sequel. There's a Scrotum.
That was a half an hour after a stream that I'll never get back and can never get out of my memory. You two talking about the Scrotum. Ken.
That
was
the other one.
That was a very, very, very weird. That was a weird film. That.
Anyway, I think we're.
Let's painting around a 6-week What a Cowboy campaign last year at my club for 8 other players. I imagine if you're running especially What a Cowboy, I think that lends itself to a good campaign. With character progression and injuries and people, not make it to the next game, etc. So I think running being a sort of a games master for a campaign like that, I think that would be a lot of fun because you could introduce so many random events into games like that. I think that'd work.
I love a campaign. My problem with them half the time is that generally, if one side is winning against another, or not, somebody's not doing very well, they seem to be. They lose interest very rapidly, and the sort of campaign sort of peters out.
Yeah, I imagine
the number of campaigns I've been in where it just peters out over a period of time.
I was going to say, I think if you're planning a campaign, as if you were the games master, you've got to have an end point, a conclusion.
I think you do, but you've also got to
keep people interested.
Real balance, and we've all. I think I played some games where they've been run really well, and then other ones that maybe haven't run quite as well, because it's a real fine balancing act. Because if you're winning the campaign and suddenly things start happening, it's like years ago I used to play a play-by-mail game where you this is before the internet, folks, so you used to you set up your army and you play the turn and then send your orders in to the GM, who would then work out what your opponent did and what you did and send back the results. And it was amazing how many times you had the opponent on the run and then suddenly something untoward would happen, an order would go through or something, and it would just to balance it out, and it just used to piss me off, something rotten. But it to try and bring a game out, and also because you were paying per turn, so it was in his interest to keep the game running. as long as possible. But it's that balance of having a game that is fun for everybody, but also doesn't just become, just trying to balance it out to make sure that one team has still got a chance or is interested in playing. And like you say, I think you're better off just saying, right, that's over, let's start again. They've won.
I think one of the best campaigns we ever did, and the guy Dave, he wasn't a GM as such. He just took it on himself to manage the admin side of things.
Yeah,
it was Necromunda. So this would have been the mid-90s, and he had a really, really basic sort of word processing software on his computer. So he used to get in all the results of the games that we had, and he'd produce like an underground newspaper.
Yeah, that's great.
And it wouldn't go into much detail, but it'd be like, this gang, got into contact with this gang, and this was the outcome, and these territories have been lost, and if any characters were sort of killed or whatever, there'd be like an obituary in there. It was really good, and he put a lot of time into it. So if we were playing Necromunda at the club on a Tuesday, when we got there, he'd always be handing out the results from the previous week's encounters. I imagine it was a lot of work for him. But it went a long way into really immersing us into Necromunda. And we had the map where we used to take over different territories, and you'd get bonuses depending on what territories you had, and then it was really good. I don't think I've not got the strength to even immerse myself into a role like that, but he went above and beyond for that. Like I say, producing
some people are just really good at it.
Yeah, they are.
They're really very good at organizing it, and they love doing it. And I have to say, I'm not one of those. But again, do you remember, Ken, that Oathmark used to have quite a simple campaign system in there?
Very simple, yeah.
And that was
about
kind of
territories,
clever,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about capturing territories. So depending on what you you basically mapped out your empire, country, whatever it was, and dictated what they had. And depending on what certain areas had, allowed you to draw certain resource troop types. So if you held, I can't remember, but for the sake of argument, if you had a city or a certain number of cities, you could get artillery, for instance, in your army. So when you fought a battle, you fought over, you could either just do a raid, or you could try and capture a territory off the other opponent, which meant if you took my city, or you lost your city, it meant you couldn't then use artillery in the next battle. You'd have to use something else.
It had a consequence, didn't it?
Had a consequence. So it was worth it. It was kind of worth it. But you still had the core of your army, that it didn't change how many troops you had, that sort of thing. But it just changed the composition of the army, which I kind of liked, because as Ken said, it had a sort of consequence of what you were trying to achieve.
It was good for that.
Which I think was good.
Yeah, we
no bookkeeping either, or very minimal bookkeeping.
So with Necromunda, so we had a map, and we had certain territories, and if one side lost, we could say, no, you were in their territory and you've taken that over. Now you get the bonuses, like +1 for scavenging, and you might get better weapons. It is a picture of Ken. We've all got Ken masks.
Yeah.
That was not for me.
Ken, obviously. He's got the real thing.
Was that Halloween? I think we all came on the stream with wearing it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because remember Haley took that photograph of us. We were in the Travelodge in Derby.
That's right. We
did. And it looked like a real knockoff version of the Do Hast video by Rammstein. It was
quite funny.
Yeah. Right, let's have a look at some photographs, what people have been posting up in the group. So has it uploaded them all? I bloody hope so. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks that way. It looks okay. Okay. First up is actually first two are World War II. These are phenomenal from Joseph. Look at those.
Oh my goodness!
Cool. Look at that.
Oh my word! What a beautiful piece of work that is.
Stunning work. Absolutely stunning.
Wow.
Yeah, well done.
Just what I like about those are the tones. Just look at that. They're just so realistic.
That is just like, it's realistic. That's the way to put it. That is something else. That's one of the best things I've seen in a long time. That's extraordinary.
That is absolutely fantastic. My God. If that's not
When
inspiring,
did you sell all your Second World War stuff, Ken? I think I'm going to have to sell mine now. Forget that. Gee.
Sticking with World War II, so Mark's been painting up some of the new US Airborne. Look at those.
Oh, very nice.
Oh,
These
cool.
have grown on me. When these were first released, I didn't like them at all. I don't know. There was just something about them I just didn't like.
Chunky,
but the more I see them, and the more people are painting them, I know Travis. He's painted up an entire army of them.
Mm.
But they're really nice. I love the
I like
the uniform color as well.
Yeah,
really good stuff. Hopefully, Mark will keep posting up more updates as he paints more, because I'd love to see this progress. Okay, on to the weird stuff now. First up from David is a bit of Adeptus Mechanicus.
Oh, nice.
Now, I believe he's painting a lot of pink because his niece is asking him to paint things pink.
Fair enough.
So he is.
Yeah, that's his story.
Is that? I can't remember the name of that vehicle. Is it a Tarex or a Tarox?
Yeah,
Tarox.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
It's for Scions.
Yeah. I couldn't. I honestly couldn't. I've been racking my brains to work out what it was called, but no, it's nice that. And I think the pink works really well with it. What next? Who's up next? Kevin. We've been working on some Korean cavalry.
Oh, lovely. Cool.
They are nice.
Oh, I like them. That's an army you don't see very often.
I was going to say, when I was looking through for the photographs, I thought, what are they? I was like, Korean cavalry. I can honestly say that's the first time I've ever seen them.
I think they're Kirtley models, I think. I think they're the only ones I can think of that do Korean medieval type figures. That's amazing.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're armed with two swords as well. That's they're really, really nice. Up next is Nathan, who's been working on some of his Anglo-Zulu War British.
Oh, they're good. Yeah,
very nice.
Very nice. Yeah,
they are. I love the basing as well on those.
Yeah, they're those base Martin users, isn't it?
Yeah, the big red bat,
the wiggly
big
bases.
Red bat, the wiggly bases.
Yeah,
they're lovely, really nice.
Nicely done.
Now, up next is Neil, who apparently he's not been painting a lot much, but he's back to painting some Wars of the Roses.
Oh, very good.
Very nice.
Can't beat a bit of War of the Roses.
Are they good for getting your painting mojo back?
I never lose it with medievals.
No,
For some reason, medievals just get me. I don't know. It's like I love
Dom's happy place.
Yeah, it is. It's bizarre.
But they're lovely. Having about them, really bright, lovely basing. Love the character in the way they're posed and positioned.
Very nice.
Cracking stuff. This talk about chest pains. Up next is Paul, who's been painting some Austrians.
Oh, that is a lovely white.
Oh, that is a very nice.
We were talking with Duncan last week about
white,
and I think that is just brilliant. You can see it's a grey white.
I couldn't paint that. I just could. I'd get annoyed, and then at some point, some like red or blue would get on the brush, and then it'd get all over the figures, and then I'd just lose my temper, and I wouldn't paint them. No, I just know I couldn't paint, but they're lovely.
I did a battalion of Austrians, and they're not that bad. You think they think it's horrendous, but once you get white down to, it's not too bad. It's like you say, it's when you make a mistake with the other colours, that's when it becomes painful.
No, I just
I was saying this last week. I don't actually mind painting white.
No, it's just
it doesn't bother me particularly because the secret is don't paint white.
Yeah.
For me, it's as Dirty Harry says, man has to know his limitations, and that's my limitations right. This is brilliant. So when Paul posted this, bit of Mordheim.
Oh yeah, nice. That's a nice table.
That is a really cool setup.
Yeah, like it.
Again, a game I never played and always regret.
Love city walls around the outside as well. Very nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Just a lovely setup there, Paul. Up next is another Paul. We've got three Pauls in a row. We've got Paul, and up next is another Paul. with a Panzer III for his
I like
Deutsche
the
Africa
Panzer
Cup.
III. That's very nice.
That's
I mean, there's
lovely,
it's obviously not
picture.
finished, though, Steve. It's obviously not finished. It's not based yet.
There's something missing from underneath it.
Yeah, it's not based yet. Can't be finished.
It's got the good gun, though. It's got the good gun.
Nice in progress. Very nice.
It's got some nice weathering and chipping on it as well, which is always good to see. That is lovely.
Yeah.
That is really nice. For my Deutsche Africa Cup, I really enjoyed painting the vehicles. It's just so much scope for weathering and chipping, and always good stuff. Up next is Rob with some Spanish Carrassiers.
Ooh.
I think they're piano miniatures. I think he said the piano miniatures French, but he's painted them as Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's cool. It's very cool.
They are nice, aren't they? Again, really,
nice.
really crisp red and white on those.
Just looking at the third guy on the left, his eyes. Just looking at how detailed they are. It's really good.
Really nice. I like the grey horse as well. He certainly stands out. He's a musician. He's got a yellow jersey on. Lovely stuff. Steph has been cracking on with his epic ACW.
Jesus.
Man possessed he is with them.
I know. That's very, very, very impressive.
Very good.
Yeah, nice.
Is it the right kind of blue, though? That's what I want to know.
Well, Dom, as you may have seen, I was watching Glory on Saturday night.
I did see you were.
And the first thing I was looking at was the Union uniforms, the blue. And I thought of you straight away. I just forgot what a cracking film that really
okay, we haven't seen Don tonight, so we're okay.
No, it's fine. Again, I said to Paul,
not in operation.
It's on a par with Gladiator as films that can make grown men cry.
So I think about films that could make I still hadn't got round to watching Napoleon. Because I was
don't.
Elaine was out the other night, and I started to watch it. I got 45 minutes into it, and I turned it off.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it at all.
Trash. I didn't even get onto the historical inaccuracy. It was just rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Anyway, so sorry. I just had to get that one off my chest. I finally started to watch it.
I keep getting it recommended to me on Amazon, and I'm like, do you know what? I'd rather watch. I think I'd rather watch Fury, and that's saying something.
Wow.
And last but not least, Stephen with some lovely Grey Hunters. Look at those.
Wow. Oh, nice. Nice shoulder pads.
They are fantastic. Absolutely top work on those, mate. They are lovely.
Crikey.
That yellow is frighteningly good. It really is.
Very nice.
Well, there we go. We're officially into overtime, 1 minute past 10.
Wow.
Big thank you to everyone that posts their photos in the Facebook group. As always, link to the group below. Just answer the questions, 3, and which people have been doing recently. You've actually been answering questions. And just post what you're painting, whether it's photographs of games, work in progress, completed projects. Scotch eggs seems to be back on the agenda.
I'm getting hungry now.
Scotch eggs. I'm gonna check out the because Martin did put something up. Here we go. So next week we are over on Dom's channel.
We are.
We're talking about what is the most used terrain in your collection.
Yes, I'd just like the. I mean, we'll talk a bit wider about terrain, I think, generally, but it was a question actually. I can't remember. Somebody suggested, and I thought it was quite fun. Is there a sort of go-to piece of terrain that is always on your table, or 99% of the time is on your table? And what is it? Or do you have an old?
That should be interesting.
I don't know. What's an egg? An Easter egg that you put on the table all the time.
Scotch egg you put on the table.
Scotch egg. Idea. Okay. I like the way you're thinking. There you
go. We're not advocating putting Scotch eggs on your gaming table because only bad things can happen. Scotch eggs. So we will be over on Dom's channel next week. Big thanks to everyone that joined us for a bit of banter and, as Carl said, talking crap. For the last 2 hours. enjoy your week. Big thanks to everyone that's watching and catch up. I thought I'd just get that in.
Well done.
Again, just keep posting up in the Facebook group.
And those on Spotify, thank you.
And Spotify, yes. Have a great hobbying week, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you all next week. See you now.
Have a good week.
Bye.